Alright, Greg Merrick again, playing on my Thunderbolt Warthunder yet again. And I had a pretty good match. I'm really liking the Thunderbolt here lately. I think I played it a fair amount recently, and I've really gotten accustomed to the way it plays. So what I've done here is I have dove away from the team a little bit to get some lines on these fighters. I almost think it's lame to say this, but I kind of feel like if I eliminate them quickly, it won't distract the team. And I honestly don't lose much in the way of altitude when I do this. Plus, it's a little bit fun. It was kind of blowing off some steam at the end of a tough match here. Hoping to have a little bit more luck there. This isn't the most textbook example of how to tackle these little guys, or the best shooting example, but I'll go ahead and I'll show it. My team is still advancing towards the enemy. No enemy had been spotted. And still closing in. Still closing. One good thing about one of the many good things about the Thunderbolt is it has a lot of ammo. You can do things like this and still have plenty of ammo to engage the enemy. Sometimes I'll take two out and I'll leave the last one for my other teammates, but if there's somebody really close, I think there was a Wildcat around here, but I actually have a P63 closing in. Had I seen him, I might have let him taken this one that already damaged. But I didn't, so I just pressed on, finished it up. Little pilot snipe there. Alright. So now I'll go ahead and gain some altitude, look for enemies. And it doesn't take too long before I spot my first enemy. I ended up burning a lot more energy than I planned on engaging those AI. So I figure I'll go ahead and engage these mid-altitude enemies. That Focke-Wulf 190 dove. He's below 300 meters, so I lost him. I know he's really low. I'd prefer not to engage somebody quite that low, but there's some mid-altitude Focke-Wulfs here. It's almost a shame to see these people fly these planes quite like this. And a 109 here. Did I decide to drop on this Focke-Wulf? I guess I did. My partner had broken away. The Focke-Wulf, I believe, does the right thing. He dives underneath me, so I'm just going to convert this extra speed I just got back into altitude. I believe there was a 109. Yep, there's a 109 above me. It's just hard to see. So I've got a lot of energy. I actually have more energy than him, even though he started off at a higher altitude. Oh no, I guess he does have more energy, because he was able to break away a little bit. Just beneath me, a little bad shooting. I actually could have taken him out there. And I don't want to necessarily do this. I'm kind of energy fighting with an energy fighter, not boom and zooming. Man. I'm really playing this guy's game. I decide to break away and just engage these other targets here. Because he will win that fight in the long run. But I'll dive away, and I know I can get away because we had the same energy level there. So this 190's turning back on me. I'm going to end up splashing into the water if I try to engage him, so I just break away. Still got all my energy. I could go back to about 3,000 feet, I think, if I converted it all back into altitude, but I'm going to keep my speed, closing on this Focke-Wulf here that's escaping the Typhoon. There was a time I really liked the Typhoons, but it's been a while. They're really good guns, and that's about it. They climb okay, turn okay, but they can be outdone easily by others. So this Focke-Wulf could probably break away from these Typhoons, but he's not going to be able to break away from me. Turned away from me. A little more lead next time. I flamed him. It looks like he's burning pretty good there, but I believe he goes out. I'm just keeping an eye on him, not trying to burn too much of my energy with maneuvering. or at least converting most of it first. He's still down there, and he is not burning anymore, I believe, because I believe one of the other Typhoons are about to kill him. Yeah, so he's still down there, even though you can't see him in the video, and this Typhoon's closer. I believe the Typhoon was about to kill him. I can't see this guy, and they're recording for some reason. Oh, there he is. Oh, yep, and the Typhoon's killed him. Even though I'd set him on fire, he must have went out because I wasn't continuing to get damage updates on him. So I've got more energy than these Typhoons. I'll go ahead and convert that to altitude. Just making sure I wasn't seen. Oh yeah, so there was one more Fuckwolf out here. He was all by his lonesome. I think I realized this before the other. Yeah, this Typhoon also realized it. And this one may decide, yeah, I guess since the three of us were over there once, we may as well go back for the one plane. I think this was a little bit of a mistake, because the rest of the team ends up dying over here, while these two Typhoons follow me over to this Fuckwolf 190. With the energy advantage, there really isn't anything this Fuckwolf could have done to have escaped me, unless it was a really cracked pilot. So I decide to close in here. I don't know what this Fuckwolf was doing. I guess, are there transports out here that he was killing? Because he's really out by himself. Trying to do gentle maneuvers. He might be trying to do a hard turn for a head-on, but those planes just are not that maneuverable. Oh man, that Typhoon could have easily killed me right there. I didn't even see that happen at the time. Had about 4, maybe 8 20mm rounds go right over my head. I'm glad he didn't, because I ended up being pretty important at the end of the match here. This has been an okay match for me. Points-wise, it's been really good because of these AI kills. I don't know. I really like, in this map, diving in and getting those early. That might not make me the most expert pilot in the world, but as you can see here, they've got plenty of 109s. They've even got a P-47. Plenty of planes still to fight, and we just lost a couple guys. So it's actually me and my 2 Typhoon buddies and another Typhoon I don't see. And that's it. That's all we got. While they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planes to our 3. Not looking too good. I actually brought the minimum fuel load with the Typhoon this time, because or the Thunderbolt this time, because it's got a 30-minute minimum. And I figured I might want this little extra bit of, get rid of a little bit of extra weight. So I think, okay, I see a mid-level 109, and I'd prefer to chase the higher 109. I don't have a whole lot of speed right now, but I should have more energy than either in any of the planes in the map right now, at least that I can see. And I'm sure I did a couple 360s to make sure there was nothing going on. So there's, I believe, is that all 4? 1, 2, 3? No, there's one more plane I do not see. There's one on the 190 on the tarmac. 2 109s. These two, the Typhoon and this 109, kill each other. And this Fuckwolf is trying to kill Steel off his buddy, and I will go ahead and I'll punish him for you. Don't worry about it. And although it looks like he was instantly killed, he was not. Oh wow, that guy was actually really close to me. I didn't realize that at the time either. So this 190 down here, there's another 109, he's actually flying away. I'll dive on this 190 who's chasing down my Typhoon. Although he disappeared, it's just because he's so low. And I do not want to splash into the water if I can help it, so. He does the right thing, turns into me, but it's really just a matter of time. He'll have to have one of his buddies come and shoot at me if he wants to actually hurt me. And the 109 flew away. Another 190 flying underneath me, doing exactly the right thing. But he got a little bit distracted by my Typhoon friend here, and it's just Oh, I'm sorry. There is another. Is there another Typhoon, or is that one dead? No, it's just. Is it just the two of us? Anyway, so he tries to make his turn, and I break him apart with my 50 cals. I believe it's just the two of us. Maybe this. Yeah, his name's grayed out, but his plane is still there. I don't know if he's just crash landed or what. So I'm thinking I'll go ahead and gain a little bit of altitude, keep an eye on my typhoon friend. Not entirely sure what he's doing. I believe there was a plane over here. I must have seen something because I'm maneuvering. Oh, there's a 109 higher than us, I believe. Where is this guy? Where is he? Oh, yeah, he's diving on me. So I was basically doing earlier what the 190 was doing to me. I keep flying underneath him. Now I'm burning more energy than he is, so this isn't a sustainable for me because he's got the altitude and energy advantage, and he also burns less energy when he maneuvers because he's a lighter aircraft. I'm just trying to stay right underneath him so he can't just dive on me. Between me and the Typhoon, I'm thinking one of us will be able to get a shot at him. Here he goes. I think he's trying to line up on my Typhoon teammate. Oh, there they are. Yep, and there he goes. So this is basically my one chance to take this guy out because he's still got the energy and altitude advantage. And of course, I messed that up real good. But I see him turn right, which was going to bring him in front of my guns again. I just cannot, I don't believe I can, and I use my flaps here in an attempt to tighten my turn, but he will easily outturn me. Hopefully I figure this out. There we go. So I cannot participate in this kind of fight with him. So I'm going to dive away, get as much speed as I can, and I'm going to boom away. Now he did have the altitude advantage. He's going to convert that into speed, and he's going to actually close on me. This takes a minute here, so I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. So I don't want to fly over his AA guns. That'd be terrible if I had my wing damage, which would slow me down by his AA. So I try to fly away, and I burn a little bit of energy trying to maneuver away from his AA, which allows him to, for a short period of time, close in. But he realizes here that he is not going to be closing in on me. I still have 10 minutes of fuel left. The minimum fuel load on the 109 is 20 minutes. So I figure I've got time to do this. My plan at this stage was actually just to let this play out. I was just going to slowly break away and then turn around and re-engage with the energy advantage. And I thought at first he was baiting me with this breakaway. So I'm just converting my speed into some altitude before I make my turn. And I should have realized it here because I'm catching up to him so easily. At 300 knots, or 300 kilometers an hour, I was catching up to him. So I should have realized, but he's actually, I believe he's out of fuel. If not out, very nearly out. So I'm just realized I'm just going to be closing in on him. And of course, there's a Focke-Wulf 190, the last guy remaining who I have not seen. And he's going to dive right at me. So I don't want to, there's really no point in me pointing at him the entire time. So I let off a few rounds and I try to duck away. I don't believe I did too much to him. I may have scraped him once. At first I think I might try to stay in the 109, but this 190's got the energy advantage on me. So I'm going to turn in on him. He makes the mistake here of turning in front of me. I drop my flaps, and he's just not far enough away to escape me. Now he's burning, and I don't believe fully dead. So I'm just going to keep an eye on him for a minute. And there he goes. He pops. Now, as you can tell, Kessner here, the 109. He had ran out of fuel and pancaked, I guess. So that was the match. I actually didn't realize that. I didn't realize the 109 must have ran out of fuel and crashed because I flew away, used just kind of looked around, turned my speed into some altitude. Now that 109 had fuel, he easily could have made this much harder for me just by turning around and re-engaging me right after I killed the 190. I don't know what that would have done because he would have burned a lot of energy doing that. And if he wanted to get back in time, that is, if he converted first, that would have taken him that was extra few seconds that would have made me prepared for him had he come back. But anyway, it was a really good game. As you can see here, 4 kills and an assist. That assist easily could have been a kill. This really could have been an ace game for me. And 3 AI kills. So really, man, really enjoying the Thunderbolt. Really kind of getting a hang of this booming and zooming. I've done a lot of energy fighting in the past, and I've used a lot of energy fighters. But the booming zooming is definitely a tactic I've begun to master. All right, thanks for watching.